Hey guys, I'm currently active in creating plugins at the moment. My company really needs it, so I just want to document things because I'm not really into plugin developments. I'm more into HubSpot and theme developments. So this is not for an advanced or intermediate, very basic, but if you are interested how the plugins development works, feel free to follow along. So documentation 101. In order to initialize or register a plugin to your WordPress list, you need to initialize it. So I created a folder called hello post, and there's a hello.php file. You can name whatever name you want, but at the moment it's still not visible into the plugin section because, as I said, you need to initialize it. In order to initialize it, you just need to have this wording. It's same with the child theme, that you need to declare, the plugin name and then the description, and then let's say this is a hello me plugin. Description is just a test beta plugin. Version is 0.1.0, and then if I save that and refresh the plugin, please, the plugin is already visible. However, if we activate it, nothing happens because we haven't put anything. By the way, just want to show it to you. So this is a test sample post. So let's say I want to add a additional text in here or additional paragraph in every post. What we can do is to target the content. So in the post, not just a post, but in pages, there are some called variables. Okay, so let's say we want to tweak the content or the body section of our page. In that case, we need to call the hook called the content. There's also the title, the content, and the list goes on. So I recommend that you check on the hooks filter in WordPress for more information. What are the hooks that you can put in? There's two types of hooks. There's so-called action hooks, and there's also a filter hooks. But since we're going to be editing the body of the post, we're going to be using a filter or filter hook to modify it. Okay, if you are adding something, it's an action hook. But if you are modifying what's already default or existing in the WordPress, you need to declare a filter hook. Okay, so go back to the hello PHP. We're gonna run a filter hook. Let's just use empty for now, and then I will declare a function. Let's say extra paragraph, opening and closing. And then in the extra paragraph, we need to throw the parameters. Okay, so to throw parameters, we need to what would be the parameters we want to modify? We want to modify the content. Okay, if you want to learn more about the parameters and stuff, so we want to throw a parameters. So I use the content variable that's already existing in WordPress file, and then in the WordPress content, by the way, let's call that hook, which is the content. We are targeting the content, and then this would be apply into the functions that we created. Extra paragraph. Now what we want to do is, I wanted to run an extra, so let's say variable. Let's say it's not JavaScript, so variable extra paragraph, and then there's a paragraph. So this is the paragraph that we want to insert in every post. So let's say this is a post. This is a post from hello me. Okay, and then in order to run that, we need to return it. Okay, so we need to return the content. So let's just see how it looks like, but it won't gonna work. Hold on, I'm gonna show it to you why it won't gonna work. So extra paragraph, blah blah blah, the content. If we refresh it, let's just activate a plugin. Post. It won't gonna work because we did not concatenate the extra paragraph. So we need to concatenate it, or we need to add it. Oh, there's already a hit. This is a post from Hello World. Now the problem in this is not targeted. It is applying all of the content in the post. The content has a lot of, like, even a page. So let's say we create a page, say this one, sample page. You'll see that there's this is a post from Hello World. So we only wanted that word to be added into the post. So we need to isolate it, otherwise it will appear in all the content hook. So like this page in here is the content, this post in here is the content, so you need to isolate it. So in order to isolate that, we're gonna be inserting an if statement. Okay, if statement, and then we'll put that there. Okay, and then in the if statement, we wanted to target the what do you call that? This is singular. Okay, if this is singular post, and if it's a is singular, and with regards to is singular, there's a lot of is singular. There's also a is singular page, is singular portfolio, the list goes on. So we want to make sure that we are targeting the is singular post. And at the same time, we also want to make sure that this is mandatory, because we only want to target the loop. Like this thing in here, the content in here is it in the loop. Like even the post sample, these metas in here are in the loop. So anything that is not in the loop should be excluded. Okay, so is the loop. Then we also want to add a is main query. The reason for that, because even categories, tags, menu, and other such has the content. So you need to be really specific of what only you're targeting. But if you want to globally insert this paragraph, then you can just, instead of isolating it, you can make it accessible globally, but it's not recommended. Okay, now there is already a post content there, and if I'm gonna run this, I'm getting an error sample page, because I haven't, like, this one is already this if statement is working in the post, but we haven't returned the content. What if it's not a singular post? That's why we get an error here, because it says that the parameters is null. So you need to make sure that you return the content, because you modified it, so you need to return it. So if this statement is not true, then the extra paragraph will not run, and it will return the content only. So if we refresh this should fix the problem. Okay, so fix the problem. No more extra word. This is a post from Hello Me. It's not inserted in the page, but it is inserted in the post. So that's how you can isolate your plugin. Like, this is not just the paragraph is just like a sample. You can do a lot of things in here. So that's the stage 1 of our plugin development. I'm gonna see you in the next tutorial of how we can make this improve as we go along. Thank you and have a great day.